Hey friends, and welcome to your weekly Plan With Me session. I will be taking you along with me as I use my planner each week, discussing important things to remember for different seasons of life and making sure that we prioritize the things that really matter to us. So we will focus on using our planners to structure, to organize, and to thoughtfully plan out our lives, all while God is ordering our steps and, of course, leading us in His will. So if you are a busy Christian wife, feeling the summer rhythm shift and maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it, you are in the right place, and I'm so excited that you have joined me to plan out your week. Today, I'm showing you how to adjust your family's routines from school days to summer ways, and we're going to keep our sanity and our connection in focus. So if you haven't yet, before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to this channel for more planning tips and give the video a like. All right, so school is out for many of us, and for a lot of us, that means that our weekly schedules get a major shakeup. So we may have been in structured school schedule mode, and now we're switching to a often looser kind of flow for summer. And so we want to make sure that the summer less structured flow is not leading to chaos. So your first step in doing this is going to be to recognize the shift that's happening and to actively adjust, if at all possible, before that actually happens. So first step is to grab your own planner, grab a notebook or a piece of paper, whatever you have on hand. And this is the one I'm currently using. This is a planner, I believe from Target. It's a blue sky planner. We have the monthly setup here, and then we also have the weekly layout. So I'm currently using this one as I'm actively designing a new planner, which is a very exciting project for us here. But I want us to focus on what you have currently on hand. So we are going to start by thinking about our current weekly schedules, thinking about our current morning and evening routines, those things that you need to get done every day, every week. And we need to start thinking about what is changing now that school's out. So our wake up time's different, our evening's gonna be a little bit more relaxed, our meal time's changing at all. So ask yourself, how can I intentionally remap the core routines that we still need to have in place, right? How are we gonna switch that for the summer season? How are we gonna shift that over to whatever's changing in your schedule? So for an example, if the kids are now sleeping in a little bit, how does that shift your current morning routine? Is that going to shift your personal quiet time? Are you no longer rushing out the door? And so you can maybe start a more consistent, peaceful start that you can establish. So we're going to start thinking about how things need to shift for these few summer months. And we're going to try blocking out new morning and evening times in our planners. Now, I was showing you my planner, but before we even start putting any pen to paper, we are going to start with our pray it part of our framework. So this is where the pray it part comes in. We are going to ask God for wisdom and discernment. We are going to pray specifically for peaceful transitions for our families. We are going to pray for clarity on how to actually steward our summer time well that we've been given, and we're going to pray for strength to just embrace these new rhythms, right? So I would of course suggest to start with having a time of prayer and to keep that in your daily prayers as well as you're starting to shift over to summer. Now, the intentional remapping is actually a prime example of our plan it action, which comes next. So pray it, plan it, pursue it. From our Pray It, Plan It, Pursue It framework. So we are going to take a look at any fixed activities. So the next thing you need to do is think about the non-negotiables that you have in your schedule. Do you have swim lessons? Are kids in summer camp that you need to get them to or back? Do you still have kids in daycare? What recurring appointments do you have? Things that already are kind of locked in. So things that you've already probably scheduled months ago, right? So your task now is to identify the anchor activities and to block out those first in your monthly view. Some of you will also want to do this in your weekly views as well. After those anchors are placed, now you have a whole bunch of unstructured time, and this may be a lot more time than you're used to for summer than compared to the school year. So this is where you can get creative. So if you have little ones that you need to fill that time with, you might have some ideas. My kids are in summer camp when I'm actually at work, and I work part-time in the summer. But for those other times, I like to sprinkle in some more structured fun. So I'll be thinking of activities that I can have them do, mainly independently, sometimes with me, but that prevent the I'm bored, right? But without being so rigid, like more of like a school structure. We do something fun around here. My kids like to call it mommy school. I started it years ago when I was a teacher, and I had the summers completely off, and I was filling up that time. They were a little bit younger, and so we did like craft activities, and we would have like a weekly theme and read books about that, kind of like how I taught my preschoolers years ago. But just start filling in those times so it's not just a huge blank hours on end with nothing at all going on. So it could just be, let's start a daily reading time, or let's do a simple craft or cooking activity together each day, or let's make sure we go outside and play, right? We're going to have an outside designated time to play. So your action here is going to be to list out all your family's fixed summer commitments that you already have, and then just brainstorm 2 to 3 simple, structured, fun ideas that you can implement during the unstructured time that you have for summer, and then slot them into your planner on that monthly spread. Now, while you're thinking through all the different family rhythms and what the kids have going on, let's not forget our husbands, okay? So we are going to make sure that our marriages are still prioritized, that we're still making time to spend together with our husbands. We're still doing things as a family together. And since your marriage is your most significant earthly relationship, it does need active tending. You can't just let it go and hope that it stays great, right? So how do we ensure that our intentional connection moments don't get lost? I want you to make sure that you're choosing habits, so some connection habits that you are going to implement either daily or weekly, and I want you to write those into your planner as a reminder. So just the same way that you're planning out appointments and where the kids are going to be, I want you to plan out those connection and those intentional moments with your husband as well. So these could be very simple things. It could be a 10 to 15 minute check-in. Maybe you do it every Thursday evening after the kids are in bed. Maybe you want to start a prayer time together with your spouse, maybe every Monday morning before you leave for work. Or maybe it's a time that you're like, let's come together every single night and just share about our day. But I want you to actively pursue your marriage relationship and make sure that you're including that in your planning. This is where you are doing the pursue it part of our framework, right? So those consistent small acts are truly what keeps the spark alive. And of course, we're also going to bring this in prayer as well. So things you can pray for when it comes to your marriage, or for intentionality and connection, for open hearts for when you're communicating, and just those opportunities to strengthen your bond in those pockets of time that you have throughout this summer. So that's your quick and easy start from shifting from a school schedule to a summer schedule. Fill in those anchor activities, then plan some fun activities, and don't forget to schedule those connection moments as well. So this episode was just about an overview of how to shift from those structured school schedule days to those looser, free-flowing summer days. But next week, stay tuned. I'll dive deeper into how we really navigate family schedules without forgetting things and without wasting time, and how we use our planners to do that. So if you found this helpful, please hit that like button. Share in the comments with me one summer routine that you have or that you're excited to plan for this summer coming up. And if you're ready to bring this kind of intentional planning into your marriage specifically, make sure that you are on the wait list for our relationship Vision Planner. It is scheduled to come out late in 2025. We are right in the midst of getting everything designed and ready for you. The link is in the description so you can hear more about it. Go ahead and click on it. If you're watching this video later and the planner is actually already launched, just head to our website, oakhavencompany.com. You'll get all the details, all the information there. So I pray this episode helped you shift your mind and your planner from school schedules to summer schedules as a quick overview. Come back and plan with me next week and we'll get a little bit deeper. Hope to see you next time.